A friend of mine said that I hit a rock too hard, right? But what I'm saying is, if I was living my life and somebody attacked me, then did I not counter the rock or the person who hit me? See, in your spiritual understanding, how am I supposed to comprehend it? I ask you a question, you get mad with me. Now, the devil got me even longer. Now, I try to read your mind by reading your literature, and then you get mad with me because of my testimony, right? So I'm saying, how about if I'm the rock that Moses hit and now my knowledge is coming out like water, right? See, so now this is Numbers 20, and this is the water from the rock, right? This is the Bible Hub edition of Numbers 20, King James Version. This is 2 through, well, you know what this is? Okay, now they saying Exodus is the water from the rock too. Now, so I thought Moses wrote Numbers. Let me see something now. How many, what books did Moses write? Because I thought that was, you can ask him up. I need people, man. That's why I say y'all kids better get away from these computers, man. Because, I mean, see, these people messing with the computer, but, you know, like, I don't know. See, this is what I'm telling y'all, right? I'm trying to show y'all these people, this is their stuff. So it's hard to beat them on their stuff because they can then change the information. They can do whatever they want. See? But, you know, that's why I'm trying to make my stuff in a hard copy, but it's like people lying on me. See, this is sad, man. See, because I'm saying now, just like I have questions about Jesus because of somebody else's writings, somebody gonna have questions about me because what these people around me believe. I don't know what they doing. See, this is sad, man. This is what I'm saying. It's like my real life, I'm arguing about somebody else's life. I mean, here I am. I'm trying to get out of the situation that the devil done put me in. And now I'm fighting these religious people over my testimony, man. I'm like, my goodness, man. That's not sick, man. Like, I'm in court and I got to fight you over what you believe. I'm like, man, what that got? Okay, yeah. Okay, so the 5 books of Moses, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. Now, but what I'm saying is, why would Moses write Exodus? Because see, look, this is why I like the Bible Hub edition of the Bible. Because, you know, I was taught that if 2 or more agree, then God is in the midst, right? So this tells me, it'll give me the other scriptures that corroborate this scripture, right? So now, Exodus 17 in the King James Version Bible Hub edition is water from the rock. But that is verse 1 through 7. And it says, and all the congregations of the children of Israel journeyed from the wilderness of sin after their journeys, according to the commandment of the Lord, and pitched in Rephidim. So that's me now. Rephidim. I'm probably wrong, but hey, so and there was no water for the people to drink. Now, I'm saying, well, I'm the one that don't have no water, and I'm talking to my friends and my family, and they the ones not providing me with water, and no food or nothing. But I'm in a fight with the devil. Like, right? The man done stole my house, cars, and he did it without an image. See what I'm saying? Because my family blamed me. I was the only one with an image, right? So, because they couldn't understand my economic plan, they just already abandoned me. And I'm saying, well, what am I supposed to do? I got to keep living, man. I can't see my life like you do. I wouldn't have, I mean, I'm saying, when do people give up on life, right? I mean, you know, it's people who commit suicide and stuff, right? But here I am around my family. Yesterday, I was talking to a friend of mine, hung up on me. So how about if I was like, you know what, today, man, I'm just tired, man, and then bam, because he hung up on me. Now, you will say, oh, Tommy, you weak. And I'm saying, you right. But what I'm saying is, what about my friend? See, nobody want to talk about why. And that's what I'm talking to you young kids about. I'm saying, when your mother or your father lose faith in something, why would you go crazy? Because understand, they your mother and your father, and they just showed you that what they was taught was not true or was not good for food. See, it wasn't water. See, so what I'm doing is, when they hit me, then I'm springing forth my truth. See, I'm not my opinion. Now you say, well, you going to get the Bible. I'm saying, because my partner a preacher, and I'm hoping that he can read, see this and see what I'm talking about. See, I'm saying, brother, I'm not mad with you. See, I'm hurt by you. And I'm afraid for you and your children. See, because if you were me, brother, I could lose you. See what I'm saying? So I would rather lose you as a friend. See, that's what I was telling my wife. I would rather lose you as a wife than you die over me. So at the end, I started pushing you away. See, like, man, let go, man, go. Don't you see? I'm not going to turn away from this. See, I'm not going to leave. So you go. It's okay. I'm all right. See, I'm saying, listen, man, I'm all right. I'm not worth dying over. See, look at me, man. I ain't worth nothing. My friends said, my daddy said, why would you die over me? I got to go and defend myself because nobody believe in me. So if I don't believe in myself, then I would read this and I would be like these people with no water. But see, by me reading this, I understand that in my Exodus, then the water is knowledge. See, if I would have lacked this knowledge, I would have been in a mental drought. And then my mind probably would be so hurt that I don't know, right? But I'm so full of knowledge that I can carry the pain because I go get more water and I grow. See, like instead of me letting that brother just take all my energy, because it took my energy. But see, I went and I got some more water. See, so I'm telling y'all now, right? I'm able to now teach from the pain, not let the pain do me in, but let the pain teach me so I can teach you. See, that's how I'm flowing, right? So I'm saying, and all the congregation, of the children of Israel journeyed from the wilderness of sin. See, so that's what I'm saying. Like, man, okay, yesterday I was in the wilderness of sin. Now I'm hoping today, see, but now, see, the same people who stole yesterday gonna steal today. It's like they waiting on me to die, because they not trying to help me today live. See, they arguing with me about what and I'm saying, look, I don't believe this. You do. That's why my life, I have my own testimony like Moses. See, you arguing with me over what Moses said. I'm saying, how is that intelligence? What is your testimony? I'm saying, well, bro, when I saw the people being deceived like I was being deceived, then I learned how to stop the deceiver from deceiving people. And now people hanging up on me. I'm saying, well, why you didn't hang up on the people who deceiving people? Why you hanging up on the person who telling you about the deception? How am I the one hit the rock hard? How am I sin if I'm in court, man? See, I don't see, but then every day I struggle. every day, man. And I'm saying, damn, I just left out of court on January 4th in 2024. And my family told, man, move on, man. And I'm saying, well, when you gonna tell these people to move on? I just left out of court, man. Well, you need to get a job, man. Bro, I got a damn book worth $6,000. Oh, Tommy, you crazy. Then I sent them where the state of Florida is charging you $5 for administrative fee just to see it online. Just to see, and it's $1 a page. One of my books that was 18 pages, they charged $35 for it. And when I tried to buy it, see, that's what I'm telling you about these computers. And now they done seized all my money. My bank account right now is overdrawn. And I'm saying, how? See, because you trying to run me crazy, then here my friend is. See, that's compounding the injury, right? But this what I'm telling you. The heart can't take it. Because how do you feed the heart? See, when you put stress on your body, then your body can't take it. But when somebody attacking your mind, then you can go get water if you can read. See, that's why they stopped us from reading and writing, because then when they do something to us, we don't know what to do. So then if you don't know what to do, man, you go crazy. See, you lose your mind, or you stroke out because you don't know what to do. But now once you know, like me, then you see people, man, and you start feeling sorry for them. Because you know that they family gonna one day see them. Because they were talking about me, but then eventually they family gonna see what I was doing. And then they gonna see what they was saying about me. And I'm reading it in the Bible. See, they hit the rock. See, when my partner had me read the Bible, I kept telling him, say, bro, I'm in court, man. You don't want me to read no Bible. I'm in court. So now after their journeys according to the commandment of the Lord, and pitched in Rephidim, and there was no water for the people to drink. Wherefore the people did chide. Now, that is... Now, hold on now. I'm trying, because I just looked that up. Chide. But in that other one, it's not chide. It's chode. Okay, hold on. I might be wrong, though. Chide. See, chide. I was right. Okay, yeah, I got this down. So, see, okay. Now, but what I'm saying is, in the other one, it was chode in numbers. So I had to look it up so I would be able to, and then now it's because I went from Numbers 20 to this Exodus. So now it's changed it to this chide, and it's to speak out in anger or displeasure, displease, rebuke. So now, check this. just like my partner and all my friends rebuking me, right? The Israelites was rebuking Moses. See, now watch what they say to Moses now. So so the people was chiding, so that lets you know. That's why I'm letting you, I ain't want to just say chide and then you didn't know what it meant. So that's why I go get the definition, because I'm not preaching the Bible to you. I'm teaching the Bible to you. That's different. See, your preacher not going to stop the sermon and all right, and Jesus, and all right, and then break down chide, because he probably don't know what it means. See what I'm saying? It's just a performance. See, but now me, I'm fighting for my life. So I'm saying, well, listen, man, y'all doing this chide to me. You see, you hanging up on me. Why the devil? I got the devil in a legal hole, but the religious people, well, you need to know the Bible. Okay, well now, damn, I got to know the Bible, but now here I got to deal with your creation now, cause now you done told them what the Bible mean with no definitions, no nothing. And they going on what God done for them and all that. And I'm saying, listen, man, I done argued with my grandmama over that, my Aunt Felder, and I love these women. Man, I wasn't trying to save you, motherfucker. I'm trying to save a child that need, like Dr. Martin Luther King saved me. I'm not trying to save no son of a bitch already saved. See, I'm saying that's why I don't want to read the Bible or the Quran. But once my friend who hung up on me yesterday convinced me to read the Bible, and I told him that day, I say, brother, once I read this Bible, you're not going to want to talk to me no more. Oh, no, bruh. No, man. I say, bruh, they did it when I was a kid, and then, boom, here it is. Click. See? Now here Tommy is by himself like he was when he was a kid. Nobody thought like Tommy. Tommy think out the box. Oh, you ahead of your time. You think I heard that? Man, I've been hearing that all my life, man. One motherfucker told me, you been here before. Like, what the fuck is that, man? What you talking about? So I don't know, man. All I'm telling you kids are, this world wasn't fucked up like this when I got to it. That's all I'm telling you. It was bad, but it wasn't this bad. So that let me know that it can get worse. And the way y'all going, this motherfucker gonna end anyway in a ball of fire, man, because y'all don't believe in shit. Y'all not being taught shit. And y'all gonna do the wrong shit every time because you're getting bad information. When you could do something so easy, look how difficult you made it. Because once you die, how did you receive life? Think about that. See, I'm coming to give you life and you want to die. You starving me. And I'm saying, well, who taught you that? If it wasn't the high priest Caiaphas, if it wasn't the Pharisees, if it wasn't the chief priests, if it wasn't the high priests, if it wasn't the scribes, if it wasn't the elders of the people, who taught you to want to die when I'm giving you emancipation papers? See, you don't even know what that means. So now, if it's 2024 and you don't know what emancipation means, how did our ancestors know what emancipation meant on January 1st in 1863? And it was against the law for them to read and write, not read or write, both. They couldn't read nor write. It was against the law. So now, here are descendants of slaves who Bible says in all things get understanding, is now telling me about someone else's testimony as if they understand that era. But the laws that govern us, I'm crazy for using the law in self-defense. So now I'm asking you kids, well, when could I show you love if I didn't give you knowledge? See, Because I couldn't love myself if I didn't have the ability to acquire the knowledge necessary to give this testimony. See, if I couldn't read nor write, like my ancestors couldn't read nor write on January 1st in 1863, how could I go back to January 1st in 1863 and cite what the 16th president of these United States, Abraham Lincoln, said to his people? He wasn't talking to my people. See, that's what y'all don't understand. See, man, the man was talking to his people because they was at war over our people. They wasn't over war over our freedom. See, he said if he didn't have to save one black, if he didn't have to free now, not one of us, to save the Union, he would do that. But he said that if you gonna fight and we still the Union gonna be in the distress that it's in, see, because they didn't want to pay taxes, nothing. They had all the money. It wasn't the industrial age. See, that's what simple-minded people don't understand. You looking at the world now. You're not looking at the world then. Then it wasn't no big New York City, none of that, man. Them skyscrapers and stuff wasn't there. See, that's called progress. See, civilization. Now, here I am starting a company and I got to fight a black man over his God. And I'm saying, brother, I'm just trying to start a company, bruh. And my enemy, see, I'm not going to say white man no more. See, I'm saying my enemy because it's black, it's spiritual, it's white, some of them is, I don't know, I don't even fucking know who my enemy is, to be honest with you. I mean, but I go get all of the knowledge and everything, and I'm still starving. And I'm saying, man, so you mean to tell me this is the reward you get for trying to give a child the way? Y'all all can tell them about somebody else's testimony, but you can't testify on your own behalf. It's like you telling me to plead the fifth because you lying on me. I'm saying, well, won't you plead the damn fifth and stop lying? You keep lying every time you open your damn mouth. So now I can't go and fight your history historically if I don't put these videos out. See, just like y'all go and y'all do news medias and all that, and y'all just spread that lie like it's the gospel. Well, if I don't do these videos and I don't go and tell my children the truth, then see, how would my gospel spread? See, y'all putting all it, telling me I owe y'all trying to run me crazy. And I'm showing the people where when your elected officials bailed out the banks in 2008, I was telling them that they were violating the Constitution. And they still telling y'all. And I'm saying, look at these preachers aiding and abetting them and lying to y'all kids. Now, what history y'all got? You got two histories. How you got two histories? You got one where a man emancipated you, and you got another history where they gave you a black president. Now, they didn't get, at the same time they gave you a black president, they didn't give you a black corporation that was sovereign. Now, here it is, it's 15 years, and now the black folks tell me, oh, man, let it go. I'm saying, well, you mean to tell me you going to let your children think you can be Obama, man, and you can't start a business? So they gave you a black president, but they wouldn't let a black man start a business in a country that it denied a black man of the right to read and write. And now black men is aiding and abetting these folk and taking a black corporation away, but yet talk about black unemployment. They still, when I was a kid, these damn politicians was talking about black man's unemployment. They still doing it, but as they done stopped me, a black man, from hiring black children. And I go to black churches and they tell me you can't save everybody. Why it's a goddamn black church on every corner of every black neighborhood. I mean, how many? One on this corner, one on this corner, one on this corner. But then those same people that got all of these golden calves sucking out all of the finances out of black communities, because that's what churches do. They are not a financial institution. They take our money and go put it in someone else's financial institution. So if the church got all of that money, why they haven't built the banking system yet? See, why do everybody else who builds civilization got banks but black people? But we got big time preachers, entertainers. So we as a people making money, but we still got the same arguments that our ancestors had, but we got the wealth that they could only dream about. We haven't started no goddamn banks or nothing, man. Everybody talking about what these folks charging them to work. I'm saying, man, all I needed these people to do was give me my one check and it was over. I ain't need them no more. So if you tell me if I made $20 million on a goddamn movie, I'm going to need you to make my next movie? Shit. No, because you paid me $20 million. I just made you whatever, this $200 million or whatever. Well, if I'm smart now, I got all these black actors and shit, man, I'm gonna do like Master P did. See, but now people looked at Master P and now they talking about him. I'm saying, man, if they'd have helped that man, man, the man was showing you, man. He said, man, what we need them for? But now everybody want to talk about the man broke and all this. Man, that man is the first mogul, man. Y'all talking about all them other people, man. Master P, he is the man, bro. In that music stuff, see, I do my due diligence, man. See, I'm a businessman, and I always respect business. See, when you do business, I watch it. Like Isaiah Thomas. Whew. Boy, if he had some help, that's when I looked at Mike a little different. See, Mike is advertisement, but Isaiah Thomas, see, he a businessman. See, that's why they don't want you messing with Isaiah, because Isaiah come and take over. Boy, when he bought that CBA for $10 million, and he went to Magic and he went to Jordan, that's when they started giving them teams. That's when you got that NBA league. See, that's the CBA. But y'all ain't see it, man. Y'all say he hit the rock too hard. But what he was doing was giving us Negro leagues again. But y'all played the business role, but you wasn't a businessman. You was a commodity in a business. See, Isaiah Thomas was taking us out of the commodity business and putting us in ownership. See, and I was like, man, if I could get to him, but I couldn't. How could I get to it? See, but I saw it though, and I always wanted them to know I saw it. See, cause when I got with Rod, I was trying to get next to him. If I'd have got next to him, see now, when I was with Rod Strickland, right, I was around Grant Hill, Tracy McGrady, all them people, man. Mark Jackson mama, oh man, that's a beautiful lady, man. We laughed all night. I'm talking about the one who on TV, the commentator. I met his mother in Orlando at Shaq, Mama Say Knock You Out. Man, that lady, well, we just laughed. She funny. But anyway, but she don't remember me, but I remember her. But, you know, so that's what I'm saying. I was around them people, right? But I didn't identify with them. See, but Isaiah, if I'd have got around Isaiah, I'd have talked to him. I'd have told him about the $10 million. I'd have told him all that. But them other guys, they were just basketball players. You know what I mean? I was like, you know, I don't want to be a part of nothing. See what I'm saying? I'm like Isaiah. I want to own it. But anyway, let me get back to it. So they chided with Moses and said, give us water that we may drink. And Moses said unto them, why chide ye with me? See, so Moses saying the same thing I was saying to my partner and all my friends. I'm saying, man, why y'all upset with me? I'm saying, man, the people stole my house, man. And y'all acting like I'm bringing y'all into something. I'm saying, well, if I had committed a crime, then they would have been trying to call y'all to tell me to come in peacefully and all this here. And I'm saying, well, if that's only if I would have allowed them to look like they was right. Now, they look right, but now I'm showing you the roots of the matter. See, now, oh man, you ain't got to show me nothing. And I'm saying, well, what kind of juror are you? See, if you came and put me in a mental hospital, what somebody showed you that made you think I needed to go to a mental hospital? So now I'm saying, well, hey, man, that was the lie that I'm showing you was an illusion 15 years ago. But now I'm starving for 15 years. While you trying to figure out what's wrong with me, I'm steady telling you what's happening to me. Ain't shit wrong with me, but something happening to me. I'm in court. Oh, man, you can't do it. Man, you can't do that, man. You can't. And I'm saying, see, man, what the? But I'm telling y'all kids, well, when do a father love a child? When do a father love a fatherless child? That means that child is not mine, but I know that child fatherless because I was in the projects with brothers that didn't know their fathers. I knew my father. See, they didn't know their father. My father would come on choppers, Cadillacs, Corvettes. We in the project, so I done been now. Where you got a motherfucking car worth, you could have bought a house. See, that used to be cheap, man. It was money was abundant, but see, when you make money illegally, just like now, you can't grow it. You can only spend it until they catch you with it, and then they liquidate everything you bought with those illegal gains. So now, if I'm a young player that was raised up in the game and I have the mind that I have, why wouldn't I be like Isaiah? See, but they gonna argue with me like they argue with that brother. Wherefore do ye tempt the Lord? Now, see, so now this Moses saying, wherefore do ye tempt the Lord, and the people thirst there for water. And the people murmured against Moses and said, wherefore is this that thou hast brought us up out of Egypt to kill us? Now, how that's me? I'm saying for 15 years, I done came out of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. And my gripe is this. Are you mad with me because I chose to bring you out without your knowledge? I'm saying, but you didn't even know you was in. So what about the people who had those toxic mortgages? And I can prove that when I was 22 years old, because of the knowledge that my Aunt Felder gave me about my inheritance, when she was telling me, hey, this house yours, and told me how to keep it up, what she had to do, and I'm 5 years old, and I took from what my auntie taught me at 5 years old, and I put it in effect at 22. I bought my own house with the knowledge my Aunt Felder taught me at 5. So when was I ever, like, not knowledgeable? Like, that's what I just laugh at. I'm saying, so, man, okay, they kicked me out of school in the 12th grade. I graduated a month early than everybody. But I was already in the Navy, and I scored a 58 on the ASVAB test. If you had a high school diploma, you only had to score a 27. I doubled it. So I'm talking about that's at the same time that they were saying that I was dumb. that they kicked me out of school saying that I was dumb, and I went and doubled the ASVAB test to go in the military. So when do you be dumb if you doubled it? Doubled it. Then my wife, that she my wife now, but she was my girlfriend then, she say, Tommy, don't go in the Navy. I was already in the Navy with no high school diploma. And my wife, so I didn't even have to go back. I didn't even have to go back to school. But my grandmother cried and said that I was going to be like my Uncle Cedric. And he quit school. Hell, I want to think, he ain't never seen no high school. I know that. So I think it might have been 7th grade, man. It might have been 7th. He quit school. So I didn't even think she cared because she never bothered him. So I'm like, she don't care about no school. Until that day, she cried. So then my grandmama crying, my wife, which is my girlfriend at the time, telling me, don't go in the Navy, people gonna think I'm dumb. So I said, all right. And I went. Now, for them, graduated early. Straight A's. Straight. 2 credits, 2 credits, 2 credits. Because they let me work on my own. I could do it on my own pace. Man, I went through that. A. So where is the evidence that I'm dumb? Like, show me in my life, man. I do stuff so easy that people don't even know that I done, like, they don't even see how amazing it was. Like, damn, that's amazing. Like, if you wrote a movie and somebody trying to put somebody in a mental hospital and he can go back to where they thought he was crazy when he was in high school. They thought he was dumb and all this. Same family, same everything, same situation. And he come out, no help, no nothing. Go to the military, make a life for himself, come back home, get robbed again, and here come his family with this God shit. And you say, hey, man, when did I ever believe that? How can I be a backslider? What rock did I hit? Man, that's your shit, man. Now I'm reading it, right? Now this is Exodus 17, verse 3. And the people thirst there for water, and the people murmured against Moses and said, wherefore is this that thou hast brought us up out of Egypt to kill us, and our children and our cattle with thirst? And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, what shall I do unto this people? They be almost ready to stone me. Huh? Ain't that what y'all trying to do to me daily? Y'all trying to run me crazy. And I'm saying, well, who gonna save us? Y'all motherfuckers been trying to run me crazy for 15 years. Man, you my friend, man. Man done took my rights. Been waiting just for me to give up on my rights. And my friend hung up on me yesterday. I'm broke today. I ain't got shit, man. And I ain't got a friend that's a preacher. But I got trolls on here telling me about a goddamn God, man. And I'm saying, man, I've been asking, where in the hell is this God since I was a kid? So to kill us, our children and our cattle with thirst, like these people trying to do me. And Moses cried unto the Lord, like I am now crying out to y'all, saying, what shall I do unto this people? They be almost ready to stone me. And the Lord said unto Moses, as I now say unto you all, go on before the people and take with thee the elders of Israel. See, that's when I went and got your Pastor Willie C. Barnes and your Senator Bill Nelson. And I took them into the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida before the people. And y'all put me in jail. Then y'all came and just watched me starve. See, so what good is religion? Where's the water? What rock you hit in religion and knowledge come out? Nothing but hatred, vitriol. Look at you, starving a black man around all these black men. They hanging up the phone on you. But you call them, though, for knowledge. Well, that's when I hit the rock, when I called the black man. See, that's all I'm asking. But when would y'all do the right thing? When would y'all stand before Pharaoh for your family? So, and the Lord said unto Moses, go on before the people and take with thee of the elders of Israel and thy rod, wherewith thy smoteth the river, take it thy hand and go. Behold, I will stand before thee there upon the rock in Habrit, and thou shalt smite the rock, and there shall come water out of it, that the people may drink. And Moses did so in the sight of the elders of Israel, and he called the name of the place Messiah. So M-A-S-S-H, no, M-A-S-S-S-S-A-H, and Marbar. So that's what I'm, shit, look, M-E-R, so that's Mer-Bai. B-A-H, or Blash. What you think? Mer Blash. Hell, I don't know. I ain't from over there. Here. So, because of the chiding of the children of Israel. So that's the same thing, right? You get mad with me, and I'm saying, so who are you? Like, you the one get all the tithe money. You the preacher. The government get the tax money. Why they mad with me? Because I made my money and the government took it, and then the church now aiding and abetting them and trying to run me crazy. So what should my testimony be? Should I lie now to protect the liars, or should I tell the truth to protect the least of these? So what would Jesus do? See, you trolls keep trolling me, right? But I'm saying, if I give up on my truth, then how could I find myself in these scriptures? See what I'm saying? See, I don't know. See, so it says now, because of the chiding of the children of Israel, and because they tempted the Lord, saying, is the Lord among us or not? See, now you saying that here I'm tempting the Lord by asking you, who in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church, is the Lord in there or not, when I'm telling y'all, and the Bible saying that that Pastor Willie C. Bonds care more about his place in this nation than the truth getting to the least of these in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church. So he thought that he was so strong that he could survive my truth. Now, what I'm saying is, if God created me for this moment, then who created Pastor Willie C. Bond? It couldn't have been God. See, you saying God created the high priest Caiaphas, or did God create Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee? See, one of them was recreated in an understanding. One of them was born with an understanding. So now, was I not born with my understanding if my testimony is now established in evidence? Now, what testimony did Pastor Willie C. Bonds establish? Did he not fulfill the warnings in the Bible of a person like that, denying the truth and say he's speaking the truth? How could you deny any truth and say that you are speaking the truth? So now, that's because my partner said I hit this rock. Now you tell me, now this is my testimony. If I, for whom simple name is simply Tommy Chancey Counsel Sr., am not divine law, for whom, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as law, for whom, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as the regime that orders human activity and relations in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches. Oh, I done it twice. Churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world through systematic application of the force of politically organized society, or through social pressure backed by the force of the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Ten Commandments, the Holy Bible, and the Holy Quran, in such a society's legal system, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning, for whom's emanation, for which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as the act of coming or flowing forth. See, now, this is what I'm saying about the Moses thing. See, my knowledge is now flowing like a river. See, every day I get up and I'm showing you in like 5 and 6 books. I go get history books. I go get the Holy Bible, the Holy Quran. I give you my testimony. I give you the Black's Laws Dictionary. I give you the No Law Dictionary. I give you the Webster Dictionary. So, see, I'm saying how many streams of information that I am now giving that's flowing forth from me. So then did not the devil hit me? You understand what I'm saying? And now, like Moses hit the rock, and now the devil is trying to cut off the stream of knowledge now that I have mended the covenant with God's children, with Allah's children, and my atheist children in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world. See, that's why I told my wife I didn't want children, see, because I knew that if I had children, I had to save the world, see, but y'all now punishing the hell out of me like y'all did when I was 6 years old, these damn elders. And I'm saying, see, you goddamn elders the problem. Oh, he talking about I'm saying the damn Bible talking about y'all, man. And I'm saying this is what you did to me and you study doing it. My peers doing it. Now, how can I save my children? Because I chose to be a father to a fatherless child who I knew I grew up with his father. I grew up with fatherless children. So how do I not know that fatherless children exist? And I bet you because they probably didn't survive. They was in a war. And I saw the war and I left it. But it don't mean that I never experienced the war I left. It was just a progression to where I'm at now. So I had to go through. So like, isn't that walking through the valley of the shadow of death and fearing no evil? How can a man who never lived in the projects know how I live to live in the projects? See, you can visit a place, but that don't mean, that's what a lot of people do. Yeah, man, I used to go see my cousin and then he repped the project. But you're not from there, bruh. You don't live there. When you live there, then you're not visiting. You a resident. See, I'm a resident. I live there. I stayed there. That was my address. I wasn't visiting a cousin. See, I was living there. See, that's what I'm saying. That's how I know. See, man, it's sad, man. But then when you try to show a kid the way, then you got to deal with preachers getting in the way. So for whom's emanation, for which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as the act of coming or flowing forth in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. In the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. And in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning from a supernatural source such as a deity, for whom is defined as the rank and essential nature of a God, for whom is defined as a person for whom name is Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Cowsell Sr. of the United States Navy of supreme value in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. In the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. And in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning. How would have I, for whom name is Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Cowsell Sr. of the United States Navy, been able to legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally defeat, for which is defined as to win victory over my, for whom name is President Tommy Chancey Cowsell Sr. of Four Castles Incorporated's devil, for whom is defined as the personal supreme spirit of evil, often represented in Christian belief as the tempter of humankind, the leader of all apostate angels, and the ruler of hell's imperfect law, for which according to the Black's Law Dictionary is legally defined as law, for which is defined as a binding custom or practice of a community that is neither imperative, for which is defined as not to be avoided or evaded in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Edenville, Florida. In the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. In the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. And in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning, nor arising from a definite text, examples being customary law, for which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as law consisting of customs that are accepted as legal requirements or obligatory rules of conduct, practices, and beliefs that are so vital, for which is defined as of the utmost important and intrinsic, for which is defined as, for which according to the Black's Law Dictionary is legally defined as belonging to a thing by its very nature, not dependent on external circumstances that are a part of a social and economic system, that they are treated as if they were laws and early international law with the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Ten Commandments, the Holy Bible, and the Holy Quran in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Edenville, Florida, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning, is why mine, for whom simple name is simply Tommy Chancey Cowsell Sr.'s love, for which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as a strong feeling of deep affection for someone for whom name is Queen Benita Elaine Epps Cowsell of Four Castles Incorporated, Princess Tamika Rayshawn Cowsell of Four Castles Incorporated, and Prince Tommy Chancey Cowsell Jr. of Four Castles Incorporated, and something for which are the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Ten Commandments, the Holy Bible, and the Holy Quran, especially a family member of Four Castles Incorporated, and the close friends of Chance Incorporated, a gift for which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as the voluntary transfer of property to another without compensations. God, for whom is defined as the being perfect in power, wisdom, and goodness, who is worshipped as in Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and Hinduism. Damn. It said humanism, but you know, but that's funny. But okay, Hinduism, as creator and ruler of the universe in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning. Wouldn't mind, for whom name is Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of the United States Navy's love, for which according to the Black's Law Dictionary is legally defined as a strong feeling of affection from God, for whom is defined as a being or object that is worshipped as having more than natural attributes and powers, specifically one controlling a particular aspect or part of reality's present, for which is defined as to give or bestow formally knowledge, for which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as an awareness or understanding of a fact or circumstance, a state of mind in which a person has no substantial doubt about the existence of a fact, the truth, for which is defined as a judgment, proposition, or idea in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning, a religious person's religious opinions testimony, for which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as testimony, for which, according to the No-Lo Law Dictionary, is legally defined as evidence, for which, according to the No-Lo Law Dictionary, is legally defined as the many types of information presented to a judge or jury designed to convince them of the truth or falsity of key facts in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning, given under oath by a witness for whom simple name is simply Tommy Chancey Castle Sr., either at trial or in an affidavit or deposition based on one's belief in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Edenville, Florida, in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world, or idea rather than on direct knowledge of the fact and issue, for which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as a fact, for which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as an actual or alleged event or circumstance as distinguished from its legal effect, consequence, or interpretation that one for whom name is President Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Four Houses Incorporated alleges, and that the other for whom names are Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Edenville, Florida, the United States Postal Service, the United States of America, Bill Hurd Chevrolet, and the state of Florida controverts, for which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as to dispute or contest, especially to deny as an allegation in a pleading or opposed in argument against the Holy Bible and the Holy Quran in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Edenville, Florida, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12, 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning. What is a legal fact? For which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as a fact for which, according to the Black's Law Dictionary, is legally defined as something for which in this case is mine, for whom name is King Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Four Castles Incorporated's lawsuit, for which according to the No-Low Law Dictionary is legally defined as a legal action in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12 in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse at Kissimmee, Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, that actually exists in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning, that triggers a particular legal consequence in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Edenville, Florida, in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world, whether or not the actor in the United States Postal Service, Bill Hurd Chevrolet, SunTrust Bank, Senator Bill Nelson, the judges in the justice system, and Pastor Willie C. Barnes intended that effect, especially in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Edenville, Florida, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2000. Hold on, man, I'm finished. I don't want to mess up. I ain't finished it. Okay, January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning. So that's it. So that's my testimony, which I can't understand how you would argue with it if you never been into the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida. So how do you argue with my testimony as if you don't go back? Now, you will go all the way back to Jerusalem, where ain't nothing in Jerusalem like it was over 2,000 years ago. But I can go back to August 12th in 2008 and show you where I gave this evidence to the state attorney for the state of Florida. So now, why then do I have to now fight to do business when I reported the crime that stopped me from doing business in 2008? But now my friends and family, see, they telling me what they believe. And I'm saying, hey, man, you got a right to believe whatever you want to believe. But why don't you believe about your life? How you going to believe about what's going on in my life, but you not in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida fighting for your life ever since August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning? When you paid your tax dollars, you can prove it. You can show them, hey, man, I'm a law-abiding citizen. So now you telling me that I can't defend my territory? You know, back in the days, man, like when they first came off the Mayflower, they just used to petition off land And if you could protect the land, it was yours. It was no ownership or nothing. See, that's why they started with the police. See, the police was the best gunmen in the area. So see, when somebody came in, they were sheriffs. Well, that sheriff was the killer. And see what I'm saying? Bro, that's what's going on now. So the sheriff is the big man. He done deputized everybody. Now you got the red coats. See, now the judges is like the parliament. See, and the president is like the king. But it's not really, because the corporate thugs running it all, the organized crime. See, so you sitting here thinking that these people tough on crime, they the criminals. They tough on their opponents. See, they not tough on crime, not if it's organized. See, they tough on their competition. So see, I'm their competition. That's why they say in 2008, they too big to fail. But I'm saying to y'all, well, let's go back to when I was in 2008 and they was saying I was too small to matter. And I kept telling them, hey, man, I'm a veteran, man. And I see that you done took the country off of its legal foundation. And so now as a veteran, I'm asking other veterans that's starving me, well, what you dying for? If you see that the oath that you took, the damn elected officials who's sending you to goddamn die is not upholding that goddamn oath, and now you starving me and feeding them, I'm saying, well, they the ones sending you to goddamn die. What you mad with me for trying to show you that a murderer is taking your life? You should love me out of my patriotism towards you. It ain't like I sit by and idly by and want somebody to take advantage of you. But, you know, I guess that's the problem. Okay, now, so I'm going to get the Prophet Muhammad out of the Shihi International Version of the Holy Quran, chapter 3, verses 20 through 30. And it says, so if they argue with you, see, so now remember how I told you they were chiving with Moses. So now I'm going to get the Prophet Muhammad. So remember I told you I go get the Bible. Now y'all arguing with me, hanging up on me. So I got my testimony. Then I went and got Moses' testimony. You understand? To corroborate that y'all arguing with me, the Israelites arguing with me, just like the Israelites argue with Moses. So when are y'all ever in accordance with the law? See, that's all I'm asking these kids, because y'all starving me, but I'm the one that's feeding you knowledge. That's mine. See, I'm the original source of it. It comes from me. The love of it, I know why it's generated, because I had love for you as I have for my daughter. If you are a daughter of mine that's fatherless. So, okay, what I'm saying is this. Say if my daughter had some friends and they didn't have a father and they like saw me as a father figure. Well, what would be any different if I then invested in them as I am now investing in all of these fatherless daughters? What would be the difference? It would just be that I know this child is my friend, is friends with my daughter. But if I am a father, right, I'm talking about from a nature, then wouldn't it be my nature to find that fatherless child and give them the opportunity that I'm giving my child if I'm a father by nature now? Now, I'm not talking about a spiritual father, none of that. See, I'm talking about a father by nature. So how then do I coincide or, well, you know how they say, if your conscience don't condemn you. Well, how would my conscience not condemn me if I knew that a child needed me because I saw a child in need. But I was in need too. See what I'm saying? But I had a father that was abusive. And so I didn't like the father I had because it was abusive. So my mother said that I was better off than my brothers that didn't have fathers. And I was like, shit. Right? I'm like, well, I don't like to be beat. I don't like you being beat. So I don't understand. But it ain't for me to understand my mama's relationship. It's for me to understand my relationship. See what I'm saying? Because my relationship is the only relationship that I could nurture and I could grow. See, I couldn't grow my mother's relationship because I didn't know what made it strong. And I didn't understand how that was love. So anyway, so 9 people mad with me. So it says, so if they argue with you, say, I have submitted myself to Allah in Islam, and so have those who followed me. And say to those who were given the scripture and to the unlearned, have you submitted yourselves? And if they submitted in Islam, they are rightly guided. But if they turn away, then upon you is only the duty of notification, which I'm doing now. And Allah is seeing of his servants in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. See, I'm saying, am I not a conduit for the Prophet Muhammad to prophecy to be fulfilled for Islam? See, that's why I'm saying, if you reach the level of truth, then see, you would be in accordance with Islam. See, you wouldn't be a Muslim because your truth would then transcend your practice. See, because you would be an established truth. See, so how could I be a follower of the Prophet Muhammad if I am my own truth in establishment? You see what I'm saying? I'm in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, defending my existence with my truth. So how could I use the Prophet Muhammad's testimony inside of the civil and criminal courthouses? They don't allow that. So it doesn't matter what you practice. It matters what you testify to. See, so that's why they didn't want to go into the judgment hall where they took Jesus, because they said they were going to the Passover and they didn't want to defile it because they had no testimony. See what I'm saying? But I'm telling y'all that I lured my serpent into the civil and criminal courthouses. Like that was my plan. So, okay, how then am I the serpent? If I'm luring the devil with my truth, and then I'm establishing my truth with the devil's deception of the law, then how then is the devil not the hitter of the rock of knowledge, which now knowledge is springing forth like an eternal stream? See, it's never going to stop now because it's in court. So my truth is going to be established for eternity and beyond infinity because it's a case. It's not a book, it's a case. So it's case law. See, Jesus' testimony is not case law. Caesar's testimony is not case law. Caesar's testimony is historical in nature. It's not legally based. My testimony is legal in nature and it's legally based. So it's based on the law. See, so I don't understand why you doing what you're doing and saying that you are in accordance with the law. See, so to the unlearned, have you submitted yourselves? And if they submit in Islam, they are rightly guided. But if they turn away, then upon you is only the duty of notification. And Allah is seeing of his servants. See? So now I'm coming to y'all saying, hey, man, whoever leading y'all is not notifying y'all of this notification. So see, now I go get the Prophet Muhammad. I'm saying, see, I'm right. I'm supposed to notify you. But do you know? But you say you read the words and you don't even, now you pissed off with me for doing what the Prophet Muhammad said to do? Now, without even knowing this now, I didn't even know, but this is what the law say you're supposed to do when you got a devil in the midst of your people and you see that the devil is a judge. Well, then why should I leave the judge in a seat of judgment when the Bible say that you judge my people day and night before me? So now, if I see that you have no ability or you have no integrity, no honor, how can you be a judge over the law? Then wouldn't the law then have no integrity and no honor because you are abusing the law? So now the law has taken on your identity. So that's why I'm showing these children that if you are a righteous person, then the law is a righteous instrument. But if you are a deceptive person, then the law becomes a weapon. And when you weaponize the law, then the law is not looking for the victim. It's looking for the person who weaponized the law, because they are the ones that have abused the law. See, the law is God's grace. See, that what y'all don't understand. See, the law is what saves the peace on earth. That's why Moses gave them the law so they can establish freedom. See, without no guidelines, you can't have guidance. How can you have guidance without a law, without some rule of governance? So the man or the one man is not the law. See, they supposed to be the administrators of the law. That's why it's imperative that you educate yourself. See, that you make sure you know how to read. You make sure you know how to write. Because if they denied your ancestors the right to read and write, then you will be a goddamn fool not to then establish yourself with literacy. Because they then establish your people with illiteracy. So now why would you quit school? Why would you now make yourself what they tried to make your ancestors through law? Now you is quitting school. See how it worked to perfection? But now, how could you let somebody dumb you down and you won't let a black man elevate you? Huh? Like, how can I inspire a black child when a black man cutting me off at the roots? Those who disbelieve in the signs of Allah and kill the prophets without right, and kill those who order justice from among the people in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. In the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. In the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning. So now, see, that's why I like the Prophet Muhammad, man. See, those who disbelieve in the signs of Allah, right, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, and killed the prophets, Minister Malcolm X in New York City, Mr. Fred Hampton in Chicago, Mr. Medgar Evers Wiley in Mississippi, Dr. Martin Luther King in Memphis. See, without right in the United States of America, and killed those who order justice from amongst the people in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning, on Tuesday, January 30th in 2024 at 5:09 in the morning in the name of Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of the United States Navy. Give them tidings of a painful punishment in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, prisons, and judgment halls all over the world. See, one day this truth gonna flood your communities. And what you gonna do? What's gonna be the ark? But y'all telling me to be quiet while I'm telling you the water of punishment is rising. And you're not gonna be buoyant. You're not gonna be able to maintain your flotation devices, because you are living on and riding on a lie, and a lie is never going to float on the waters of truth. See, you're standing on treacherous water, and that's why that water has turned into a severe punishment. See, because the water that was on the midst of the ground that turned into Adam has now turned into you. So you better try to see what I'm saying before you feel the wrath. They are the ones whose deeds have become worthless in this world and the hereafter. And for them, there will be no helpers in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, nor in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, nor inside of the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning, nor on Tuesday, January 30th in 2024 at 5:11 in the morning, after I, for whom name is President Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. of Four Castles Incorporated, legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally removed the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Ten Commandments, the Holy Bible, and the Holy Quran, from the angels of the dragon, that old serpent, the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, the descendants of the high priest Caiaphas, the Pharisees, the chief priests, the high priests, the scribes, and the elders of the people in the midst of the Garden of Eden. And now they are just as naked as Adam and Eve was, but they don't even have a goddamn fig leaf. I took that motherfucker too. Whoa, well, I'm a bad man. Yeah, you hear me? Y'all should have messed with me. I'm trying to tell you. Because there ain't no helpers. What, you hear me? You finished. You're done. What they say, you're done for. Do you not consider, O Muhammad, those who were given a portion of the scripture? They are invited to the scriptures of Allah that it should arbitrate between them. Then a party of them turns away and they are refusing. That is because they say, neither will the fire touch us except for a few numbered days, and because they were deluded in their religion by what they were inventing. So how will it be when we assemble them for a day about which there is no doubt? It's past though. In the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. Now, how y'all gonna go back? That's all I'm saying. See, you can starve me, you can do whatever you want. But boy, when this truth go back, you'll see that wick lit. I already lit it. See that what I'm saying? See, I was destroying the devil's kingdom and y'all kept billing it. And I'm saying, man, you know, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. You understand? And I'm like, see, when I gave it to the federal, to the state attorney's office, I had, boom, it was over. See, because there is no doubt that it's over. No doubt. It's over. And each soul will be compensated in full for what it earned. And they will not be wronged. But my friends say I'm not worth my compensation, even though Amendment 14, Section 4 says that my bounty can't even be questioned. And the slave, the goddamn slave, who was denied the right to read and fucking write, man, started telling me my worth. Didn't even know the law. Don't even know what I was consulting. Then when I showed it to them, they say, well, let me read it. I'm saying, well, if you don't apply it, what the fuck good of reading it? You read the Bible and don't apply that shit. Now you gonna read the law and say that I didn't apply it? See, that's what so now I gotta suffer while y'all learn? What about me? I'm learning. But I gotta wait till you motherfuckers get it? And it's been 15 years, you done took my life while you some bitches ain't got it yet. But what about me though? See, it says that I would not be wronged, and I have been wronged because of what you believe. I have been wronged. But wait till you get saved by the blood of the Lamb and the word of your testimony, and you wrong. Who you gonna save when you can't save yourself? Say, oh Allah, owner of sovereignty in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning, on Tuesday, January 30th in 2024 at 5:16 in the morning. You give sovereignty to whom you will, and you take sovereignty away from whom you will. So see, in the same day I became sovereign, I took the state of Florida's sovereignty. The same day that I went into the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida and announced my sovereignty, and the judges in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida denied my sovereignty, then I took the sovereignty of the federal government. See, I am more than a conqueror. See, but you will never know if you don't read. You'll never know. And they talk to me like they don't. Boy, look at him. You honor whom you will, and you humble whom you will. See, I was trying to honor my friends. See, that's why I tell my friends what I adopted from their attitudes. You know, and you know what I'm saying, you know, but see, like I say, it's good and bad in every fruit. See, me, I was trying to conceal my evil fruit by destroying my evil intentions. See, that's why I told you in my testimony about my love. See, because my love for my wife produced my daughter and my son. And that love that I have for my daughter and my son, like I told my daughter, I say, it must be something greater than love, because I love you more than I could ever love anything. So I don't understand. It's got to be something greater than love, because I love my children more than I love anything in this whole world. See, because that came from me. See what I'm saying? Now, it came from me loving another person, but from that person came something that I could never imagine loving as much as I love what came from that person, because that's my child. See that? I mean, think about it. You can't buy a child. Like, so that's your child. That's your responsibility. What could be a greater gift than a child? But now, man, what could be a greater disappointment than not being able to provide for that child? And because it's another man's fault, not your fault, not that you were sorry, deadbeat dad, but because somebody lied on you. And now here come your friends and here come your family and they telling you what they believe. And you saying, but what do you know? So now, you honor who you will and you humble who you will. In the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. In the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. In the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning. See, now I didn't say nothing about Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Edenville, Florida, because I don't have nothing in writing to prove that I humbled them. All I'm doing is telling you the testimony about when I went in there and was thrown out. See what I'm saying? So really it humbled me. See, because now I had to humble myself to you. See, I had to throw myself on the mercy of the court. See what I'm saying? That's when the judge didn't show me mercy. Now I have to throw myself on the mercy of the public's court. See, now I get trolled. I get all this. So I'm saying, so now you trying to make me commit suicide like the devil did Jesus? See, that's what I'm asking these preachers. Because yesterday you could have saved me. And you chose to hang up on me. So now today, are you going to save me? Are you going to repent for what you did yesterday? Or are you going to do it again today? So aren't you praying that I don't wake up? See, that's what I'm saying about prayers. I have never seen a person pray for the world. They only pray for themselves. See, but now you hang up on a man that's trying to love you by giving you knowledge of himself and of his trial and of his tribulations, so you won't go through the tribulations of the trial. I'm saying, well, hey, man, the trial done been had and I done performed brilliantly in the trial, but now you're not going to fulfill Hosea 4 that says my people would be destroyed for lack of knowledge, and I'm showing you that he or it or whomever wrote that is talking about knowledgeable people. Because, see, once you show your knowledge, then you're going to see those people that don't want knowledge really being taught. See, they want indoctrination taught. They don't want knowledge taught because knowledge creates wisdom. Wisdom creates the wise. Think about that. Now, so in your hand is all good. Indeed, you are over all things competent in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. In the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. And in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning. So that is when I became over the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Ten Commandments, the Holy Bible, and the Holy Quran, because that is competent evidence. See, so that's all things competent. So now this is what I'm telling my friends, family, my brother who put me in a mental hospital. I'm saying, well, if I'm in court proving my competency, how you gonna explain what the fuck I was doing in a mental hospital? But now, see, when people done something, it ain't about you no more. It's about what they've done. See, now they get mad at you, but you saying, man, I had to survive that. I had to survive it emotionally. I had to survive it physically. I had to survive it in every way, man. And now you don't want to say you was wrong, and I got to survive that too. So what day is my family, friends, these judges gonna repent? Do the devil ever repent? Why would the devil repent when the devil is in a position to make you humble? So as long as you humble in the presence of the devil, why would anybody know that the devil is who made you humble? See, and if you then lose your mind, how do you prove that you over all things competent if you don't then defend your competency? That's what I'm telling my, and now I read what the Prophet Muhammad said. I'm saying, well, how can I be over all things competent if I'm not over the Florida Constitution? If I'm not over the United States Constitution, if I'm not over the Florida Bill of Rights, if I'm not over the United States Bill of Rights, if I'm not over the United States Declaration of Independence, if I'm not over statutory law, if I'm not over the Civil Rights Act of 1964, if I'm not over the 10 Commandments, if I'm not over the Holy Bible, if I'm not over the Holy Quran. Because if you then can make me incompetent over any of these things, now you can kill me because I wasn't as wise as you. But now that I can read like you can read and I have my own testimony, now I can go to your followers that you sent the multitude after me, like you sent the multitude after, like your ancestors sent the multitude after Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee. Now I can read and say, well, hey man, aren't you the multitude? Well, which one of y'all Judas? That's my brother who put me in a mental hospital. Was that a kiss? Because now I've been out here starving, no food. You done took my home. You done took everything that I worked for. And now you're telling me that because you can't find no crime, you going to continue to commit a crime and I'm supposed to be cool with that? And I'm a veteran and you gave me an oath to defend this country against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Now when I'm now defending myself against a domestic enemy inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, ever since August 12th in 2008, now I'm a terrorist? So when do I be terrorized? Like, when do somebody see that I'm being terrorized? You starving me. That's not cruel and unusual punishment. That's not a terroristic threat. When you starved me yesterday and you starving me today and you gonna starve me tomorrow until you what? Man, it's sad. You caused the night to enter the day, and you cause the day to enter the night, and you bring the living out of the dead, and you bring the dead out of the living, and you give provisions to whom you will without account, i.e. limit or measure, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, and in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning, and on Tuesday, January 30th in 2024 at 5:28 in the morning. See, so without measure or limit. See, no matter what you do, as long as I'm living, I make my court dates. But what I'm saying is how you can make a court date when you miss your court date. And you was the state of Florida. So you was present, but you wasn't, you was present in the definition of the color of law. See, so you was doing something that on its face looks legal, but in reality it's illegal. And so now you continue to commit crimes because that's the only way you're going to survive the crime that you originally committed. So now here my friends and family telling me to let go the crime. And I'm saying, well, how do you let go slavery? See, you don't want to let go slavery, but you want me to let go the crime that's going to make me a slave. This shit sad. Let not believers take disbelievers as allies. Ooh. See what I'm talking about? But they say, well, you a disbeliever. And I'm saying, well, I'm the one in court showing you the disbelievers with my truth. So if I'm in court with my truth, how am I a disbeliever? Let not believers take disbelievers as allies, i.e. supporters or protectors, rather than believers. And whoever is of you does that has nothing, i.e. no association with Allah, except when taking a precaution against them imprudence. And Allah warns you of himself, and to Allah is the final destination. Am I not warning y'all? Like, come on, man. That's why I brought it down. I like Prophet Muhammad, man. I'm telling you. Let not believers take disbelievers as allies, i.e. supporters or protectors, rather than believers, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. So that's when I, as a believer in the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964, took the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964 as allies. See, I did not take the judges as allies. Y'all did. See, I did not take the corrupted politicians and the descendants of the high priest Caiaphas and the Pharisees and the chief priests and the high priests and the scribes. See, I did not take them as allies. I took the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964 as an ally, as a supporter and a protector. So I became the protector of the Florida Constitution and the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, statutory law, the United States Declaration of Independence, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964. And then the Florida Constitution became a supporter of me. The United States Constitution became a supporter of me. The Florida Bill of Rights became a supporter of me. The United States Bill of Rights became a supporter of me. The statutory law became a supporter of me. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 became a supporter of me. The 10 Commandments then became a supporter of me. Then the Holy Bible became a supporter of me. And the Holy Quran became a supporter of me when I called them and asked them who I am in their world. See, look, let not believers take disbelievers as allies, i.e. supporters or protectors, rather than believers. So, see, the law believed in the law. I'm the law believed in me. Now we are one against all you disbelievers in the law. You a disbeliever in the law like you a disbeliever in me. So now the believers in the law is now against the disbelievers of the law. I am the human embodiment of the written embodiment of the law. I am the human version of the written version of the law. Y'all are spiritual beings. So therefore you are followers of spirits. See? So how then are you not a disbeliever in the embodiment of the law? How are you not disbelievers in the law itself? See, now, and whoever of you does that has nothing, i.e. no association with Allah, in the civil nor criminal courthouses in Seminole nor Orange counties in the state of Florida ever since August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida ever since February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida ever since January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning. So when has the state of Florida ever had association with me or the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Ten Commandments, the Holy Bible, or the Holy Quran ever since August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. Except when taking precaution against them imprudence. See, so aren't y'all taking caution? That's why you won't let my videos get to the masses. I don't get no views. I get no subscribers. But I see a lady I saw a lady just dancing. 12 million views. 12 million. But I get trolled. I get starved. In the information age, I can't make 1 penny off of my truth. But a troller gonna get on here and probably get 1 million views for trolling me. And Allah warns you of himself. See, look, and Allah warns you. See, I'm warning the trolls. I'm saying eventually somebody gonna see you trolling me and then they gonna come looking for you. They should. And Allah warns you of himself in the civil and criminal, no. See, Allah warns you of himself in Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Edenville, Florida, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning, on Tuesday, January 30th in 2024 at 5:36 in the morning. And to Allah is the final destination. See, that means you're going to have to bring your ass back. And I don't know how you're going to do it. With all of these lies y'all telling, you're going to have to go back into the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida and deal with me when I was 39 years old. And I'm 55 now. So I don't know how you going to win and how you going to defeat me at 39 and you can't defeat me at 55. So if you couldn't defeat me when I was 54, 4 days before I turned 55, in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida at 9:30 in the morning, and you couldn't beat me when I was 39 on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, then how you gonna defeat me on any morning after August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning? So see, your final destination, you already done lost in. So what is this destination you in? Isn't this the hereafter? And you have no place in the hereafter either. But now you're living as if you are prosperous, but you have decayed. You have legally ate out your bottom. You are suspended in air, but you are falling forever. See, when you fall into the abyss, when do you hit the bottom? See, you are now falling in a bottomless pit, and you're not even allowing your grandchildren's grandchildren to ascend out of the pit that you have fallen into. And you're doing this in the name of religion. So when will a slave ever get out of the abyss? Say, whether you conceal what is in your breast or reveal it, Allah knows it. And he knows that which is in the heavens and that is on the earth. And Allah is over all things competent. In the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. In the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. And in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning. So why would I ever be afraid to go into my house? See, because I'm justice. So why would I ever be afraid to go into a system of justice? See, I went through justice system and I came out as justice. So then when was I ever dark? When I came out the light. Do light become dark? And if light become dark, was it ever light in the first place? Because once light is lit, then it's not lit light. The day every soul will find what has done of good present. See, remember when I told you my love is a present? See, so the day every soul will find what it has done of good present before it, and what it has done of evil. It will wish that between itself and that evil was a great distance. See, but I got them close. See, because when you tried to destroy me with evil, I destroyed your evil with love. And now your evilness is now in front of everybody to see. So see, if you are Saul and you say that you was once a thug, I was once a drug dealer, and now you are not in accordance with a righteous man nor woman, then aren't you a backslider? Aren't you Saul, who lied on Jesus and changed your name to Reverend Minister? See, so you say God changed your name, and I'm saying not according to the scriptures. See, they say God glorify your name. He don't give you no name. He glorify the name you was given. See, so that's why people say, man, that's a white man name. I'm saying, I don't know what the fuck you talking about, brother. Because Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. is a black man. I don't know what you talking about. So how my name is a white man's name? I don't understand what you're talking about. See, that don't make sense to me. See, that's what I'm saying. I never understood. Why would I change my name if I am supposed to make my name prominent? So how about if every time I destroy my name, I change the name that I destroyed? Then that make me prominent? Because this new name, I say God gave it to me. But what about the name I destroyed? Okay. And what has done of evil, it will wish between itself and that evil was a great distance. And Allah warns you of himself in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. In the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. And in the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning. And on Tuesday, January 30th in 2024 at 5:42 in the morning. And Allah is kind to his servants. The Florida Constitution. See, that's the only person that served me. The Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Ten Commandments, the Holy Bible, and the Holy Quran. Those are my servants inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. In the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. In the Osceola County Courthouse in Kissimmee, Florida on January 4th in 2024 at 9:30 in the morning. And on Tuesday, January 30th in 2024 at 5:46 in the morning. So now, how are you competent if you put me in a mental hospital 8 times, but you can't come to court with me because you're not over anything competent? So how then am I not over all things competent when I took the competent law from you and showed your incompetency?